24-hour splash zone. Now, that does not mean that we're going to intentionally ask the whales to get any of you wet. However, you can see that we've got 2 of our large males in here and 1 5-year-old that loves to have fun and splash around. So, I do suggest you pick up all your belongings and everything off the ground, put them on an empty table or chair, somewhere nearby that is higher and drier. Now, we do have 3 male killer whales in this pool currently. We do have 10 that live at our facility here. We have 5 males and 5 females. Now, all the way on the far right here, closest to me, this is Keet. Now, Keet is a 25-year-old male. He weighs about 8,500 pounds. On the far side, here comes your first great photo opportunity. Here comes Makani, up and out of the water. Now, Makani is a 5-year-old male, and just like any 5-year-old, he is full of spunk and personality. He definitely makes me laugh on a daily basis. And then last but certainly not least, on the far side of the pool right now, that is Ulises. Now, Ulises is 40 years old, and he is also our largest whale here at Seaworld San Diego. He weighs just shy of 10,000 pounds. Now, some great places to focus those cameras during our interaction. First of all is going to be on this longer slide out right here by me. Second of all is right when Makani is slid up and out of the water. And third is going to be where you saw a couple of those behaviors take place on the far side of the pool. And I will try to let you know of any great photo opportunities that are coming. Now we have a 4th whale that is joining us here. On that far side, all the way down is Kalia. Now Kalia is a 13-year-old female. Now here comes Ulises sliding all 10,000 pounds of his amazing body up and out of the water. Pretty impressive, huh, guys? Now, a really common question we get asked all the time, especially when large males like Ulises and Keet are in the pool, is why does their dorsal fin curve? Now, their dorsal fins don't have any skeletal support, so no bones, no muscle, no cartilage in it. So over time, gravity might definitely take a toll on its body. Now, this curvature usually happens on adult males versus females, and that's because adult males' dorsal fins grow much taller than that of females. Adult males, their dorsal fins grow on average to be about 6 feet tall. So if you imagine a 6-foot-tall person without any bones or muscles, we might definitely have a tendency to curve as well. Now you can see with the other whales in the pool that this curvature doesn't happen on every whale here at Seaworld, and it doesn't even necessarily happen just at Seaworld. You'll see this on wild whales as well. There's all sorts of crazy different dorsal fins out there. Now get those cameras ready on the far side of the pool. Here comes both Ulises and Makani showing you how powerful their tail flukes are. In 3, 2, and 1. There we go. Now, like I said, Makani is 5 years old, so he definitely has a lot of fun throwing his own flair onto each and every single thing that he does. So here comes Makani on our right-hand side. Maybe not, never mind, he's going to come along with you you guys all a great opportunity to see exactly what we do when our whales are incorrect. So everyone watch Vicky over here to my left as Makani returns back to her. There we go, did you all see it? We do pretty much nothing. So when the whales return to us after an incorrect behavior, we just give them a 3-second little neutral response, say thank you for coming back, and we can move on from there. So either you can see she's reinforcing them with some ice cubes, which the whales seem to really enjoy that cold texture in their mouths. We can give them fish, we can ask them for a different behavior. Any of the above we can do after an incorrect behavior. So basically what we do is we draw attention to the positives and not to the negative. Watch out, flash warning. Now we promised we'd try not to get all of you wet, but we didn't promise that to those guests on the pathway. So everyone smile and wave at them as Julie and Makani might get them all a little bit wet with their tail boots. Makes for a fun, interesting day here at Seaworld. One more time. Oh! Vocalizations. And as you see him moving around, they're actually coming out of his blowhole on the top of his head. Now, killer whales don't have vocal cords like you and I do, so they can't make all those different vocals like we do. Instead, what they do is with their blowhole, they're able to manipulate that muscular flap and create all the different kind of squeals and clicks and sounds that you all might be able to hear. Now y'all might have noticed me holding this yellow box here, or heard something that sounds like an old telephone ring, like that. This is called a tone box, so it makes about the same sound that all of our whistles around our necks make, and it tells the whales good job. So we blow our whistle to tell the whales this is doing the exact correct behavior, but when the whales are on the far side of the pool or underwater, they might not be able to hear our whistles as easily. So we have an underwater tone system that we can play as well for the whales to be able to hear. Behavior. So Ulises going to do a small little jump over there. We're actually going to tell a good job early, potentially, before he even admits that awesome behavior. And instead he might get people a little bit wet. All complaints can go to Mike over there. First it was the 3 boys, then Kalia joined, then Keet left for a little bit, and now Keet's back. Our whales actually have access to 2 different pools right now. So to keep things fun and variable and different, we can actually ask them to go from one pool into the other. So they don't know if the gate's going to shut, is this going to be the social grouping that our whales are in, or am I going to stay with my friends here, am I going to go to a different pool? It definitely keeps us on our toes, as well as our whales. It keeps their days very variable and different, for sure. Okay, here might be another really cool behavior. So, splash warning, Julie's gonna do a jump right here. But get those cameras ready in the center of the pool. Here he comes up and out of the water, maybe not. There he is! Not exactly the right behavior, but when you're almost 10,000 pounds, everything is pretty impressive. Yeah, please. So another fun fact about this pool is directly below me, we have a couple of boulders that you might be able to see if you go down to our underwater viewing area. And living inside of those boulders, we have a couple perch. So we've got a couple live fish that are in this pool, which is something really cool and exciting and fun for our whales. So sometimes whales, especially Kalia here, she seems to really love her fish friends and will oftentimes be seen down there just hanging out, watching them swim around, maybe teasing them a little bit. I don't really know, but they have lived in here for, goodness, a couple months now, and all of our whales just seem to really enjoy just watching them for the most part. It's pretty cool. So here's an awesome behavior in the center of the pool. This is going to give you a glimpse of a killer whale's belly. So you'll notice that their backs are black and their bellies are white. This is actually a form of camouflage. So if you are looking from above down into a dark ocean, their black backs are going to blend in with the ocean around them. If you are looking from below up into a sunny sky, their white bellies are going to blend in with the sun above. It is called aftershading. And here comes Yuli on the far side of the pool. Being a large whale, he is really impressive with his athleticism, that is for sure. you can notice just how different they are. A lot of people ask us how can you tell the difference between each and every whale. They all look the same, they're all black and white. But with these three whales in front of you, you can see subtle differences between them. We already talked about dorsal fins, why they curve, that they don't have any bones. And you can see that Keet and Ulises, although they both have a curve, they have a different very degree of curve. Whereas Kalia has a very straight dorsal fin. He's got a tiny little cute dorsal fin. So that's an easy way to be able to tell them apart, as well as their size. And as you get to know them a little bit better, even their personalities are each different. It'd kind of be like if you had two black labs at home. At first sight, they would look very similar, but then as you look at them a little bit closer, one's a little bit bigger than the other, their personalities are very different, their athleticism is different, all those types of things. And then as you look at these three whales as well, you can kind of see a little bit of the difference between a male and a female. So on average, male killer whales are much bigger than that of females, as well as their pectoral flippers are a very good way that you can tell the difference between a male and a female. So Kalia here has pretty tiny pectoral flippers compared to these two boys. Ulises' pectoral flippers are about the same size as that of a table of 4. So if you guys are sitting at a table of 4 right now, Ulises' flipper is about that same size. So it's pretty crazy how large they actually are. Okay, so all three of our whales are going to head to the far side of the pool. Here comes a great photo opportunity. In 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now hopefully all three whales are going to be working together one more time. This is Kalia, Keet, and Ulises. Well, we want to thank you all so much for joining us here today at Dine with Orcas. We hope you all had just as much fun as we did and had fun meeting Kalia, Makani, Keet, and Ulises. Now we do have a 2:30 Orca encounter, and that's going to be out in our main amphitheater. So if you have not seen Orca encounter yet, or even if you did see our 11:30, each and every one is a little bit different as far as what behaviors we see, which whales get to do it, all sorts of fun differences between each and every one. And finally, if you do have any questions, we will be around to answer any of them after our interaction is over here. Bye everyone, hope you have a great rest of your day here at Seaworld.
I'm one of the easiest people that, like, You are. Yeah, no problem.